Hey guys, welcome to another show of Spot On. I'm Mwisa.
And it's your boy Danny.
So today's episode is very exciting. We have two very successful guests on our show today.
Yeah, one is Victor Zimba and the other one is Marcelo. Now, these people are very successful in the areas that they operate. One is employed and one is a business person. Personally, I had a very difficult time trying to choose what to do with my life. Am I going to be doing business or get employed? So I'm sure there's a lot of people out there that feel the same and want to get clarification. So today's episode is going to clear that out.
So stay back and enjoy the show.
Watch.
Get inspired.
Hi, I'm Mwisa.
And I am Danny.
Catch us on Spot On.
Spot on.
First class bangers.
Every Tuesday, 7:30 p.m. on Live TV, channel 815.
Hi, my name is Dr. Mwisa. I'm a PhD Economics and Finance holder. Currently CEO of the Terrace Apartments, which is a high-end executive self-furnished apartments catering to high-end clients.
Hi, my name is Victor Zimba. I'm a chartered management accountant and currently a director of finance at one of the projects at Ministry of Finance.
Hey guys.
Hey.
Welcome to the show.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Okay, so we have Mr. Victor here and Marcelo, right?
Yes.
Kindly let the people know what you guys do.
And who you are.
Yes. So I don't know who's going to go first.
Ladies first.
Okay.
My name is Dr. Mwisa. I'm a doctor actually by profession in economics and finance.
Okay.
I'm currently the CEO of the Terrace Apartments, which is high-end executive self-furnished apartments. We are catering for the high-end tail of the market. So in accommodation, we offer airport transfers. We offer a very high-end kind of service for accommodation. Our target market are basically ambassadors, people coming in from the diaspora. We have quite a number of people coming in for short-term stays, MDs who are transferring from different parts of the world. So basically our target market is the high-end.
Very nice.
Yes. Mr. Victor?
Thank you, guys. My name, as you've said, is Victor Zimba. I'm a management accountant by profession. I'm an associate of CIMA and a fellow of the Zambia Institute of Chartered Accountants. And then what am I doing currently? I'm a director of finance.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yes.
Very nice. Again, you're very welcome to the show.
Feel free.
Lovely to have
I
you.
heard you're very successful, right? Like I've heard this. So what you say carries weight. I'll go with you. Why did you choose to do business? Why was that like your choice?
Basically, I want to say circumstance.
Okay.
When I came back after doing my PhD, I found myself in a situation where employment wasn't easy to find. And rather than sitting back and finishing my project of these apartments, I opted to say, let me transform it into a business where I'm servicing this high-end clients, because I found that when I came back, I also found the hospitality industry was not really catering for the high-end.
Exactly. Yeah.
Zambians are very exposed. We travel. We know what luxury is. So why not bring it back here and actually find ourselves in a situation where we're offering what's actually out there.
Nice.
What inspired me to start employment? Of course, when I finished school as a young person, I was aspiring to be an accountant. I would like to mention that I started from the lowest level in terms of training in accounts. I started with a certificate in accounts. And then at that level, there are some people that you begin looking up to. You hear there are people who are CFOs, there are people who are directors, and so on and so forth. With my certificate, I first started working for Lusaka City Council as an accounts clerk there. And then, of course, I would see my supervisors, my senior, and that really inspire me.
Yeah.
You see what I mean? And then I began asking questions and researching as to what it takes to grow on the corporate ladder. And then what was coming out was that I needed, first of all, to be dedicated, but also to upgrade my qualifications. So with that, I think I embarked on a journey to start studying. So from the certificate, I started, a Bachelor of Accountancy. From there, I went to the professional program. And then with that, and then dedication, of course, at my place of work, putting in my best, I began growing through the corporate ladder from accounts clerk, went to assistant accountant, group accountant, and then, and here I am.
There you are.
Yes.
Very nice. So what would you say to the young people? Like if they really want to make it in the corporate world?
Okay, this is the thing. Right now, I can tell you that my observation is that in Zambia, qualification is no longer an issue. People have degrees. You just turn around, you see one with a bachelor's in this, bachelor's in that. Even in the professional realm, as far as my background is concerned of accountancy, there are several people with SCCA, with CIMA, with whatever. So now, what is it that makes a difference? I think we begin to talk about issues of the right attitudes at places of work, dedication, and then just having a vision that you want to be somewhere. You give yourself targets, in the next 5 years. What is it that I want to do? Would I just want to remain, if you started at a lower level like myself, simply an accounts clerk, or you'd want to grow through the corporate ladder? And then you begin to modify your work behavior. You see what I mean? Towards achieving that. Meaning that, achieving targets that you are given, and then just being responsive to what your supervisors are saying. Just having the right attitude, because now qualification is not a big deal anymore.
Yeah. Also, I like the point you raised earlier when you said you looked up to people and they inspired you. I think that's important also. In whatever area it is that you're in.
Precisely.
You have to have someone who inspires you, who motivates you. Someone you want to be like.
Doctor, let's say I came to you and said, I don't want to go apply for a job or look for a job. I want to do business. What would you tell me? What advice would you give me? And what are some of the challenges that you face that you would also tell me to look out for?
The first thing I will tell you is you're crazy. Business is very difficult. And, starting from somewhere, you really must have a vision. I think vision is the most important thing. From vision, it's reading the market. What do you want to do? Who do you want to target? Is your business unique enough to survive? Because we can all decide to do the same type of business, but what is making you unique? What is different? Because I would have opted to have self-catering apartments, which were just basic. But I decided to target. I looked at the market. I said, where are we missing? What is Zambia missing? Where can we come in? And that is the key thing about business. You have to be able to do something unique. You have to be dedicated. You actually have to be very disciplined. And vision, stick to your vision. A lot of us we get waylaid. As much as you look up to people, you also cannot copy people. You need to be unique, because your uniqueness is what will carry the day.
Because why should I pay for your service? Why not B's service? Why A's service?
Exactly. You always have to be open. You have to investigate, expose yourself. Be open enough to find out what is there, what is lacking, that I can actually fill that gap. And that's what we need. Those are the type of entrepreneurs we need now in Zambia.
I think you should begin a class or something. I'm learning something. I'm forced to ask so many questions. I'll turn to you, Mr. Victor. When people say are successful, right, and they look at you and just feel they can also do the same, but what are some of the difficulties or challenges you face? Did you ever feel like, okay, maybe let me stop this?
I'll tell you what. Even employment does come with it a lot of challenges. Of my own personal experience, for example, growing through the corporate ladder, I told you that I was passionate about studying.
Yes.
The issue that comes in, and which I think affects a lot of young people out there, is financing your school. You see what I mean? You will find that you would want to do something. You'd want to upgrade your qualification, but just where are you going to get the money? All right. For those that are lucky, some employers will be able to give you scholarships. For those that are not, they will have to find other means. That's where financial discipline comes in, to be able to find it within the income that you earn as an employee. To spare whatever funds you need for living expenses, but spare something to help you study. So I think that's one of the challenges. And then also, the employment space is not as big as it ought to be. You see what I mean? So it's highly competitive. Like I said earlier on, you have to create reason why potential employers must be able to see that you are the one that they have to promote. You are the one. So that requires a lot of discipline and input. From an individual. Okay, and then not every employment sometimes might be well paying, for example. Okay, but yet you have to put in the 8 hours. In it, unlike those that are in self-employment,
Put in 20 hours.
Yeah. So within that space, you are constrained, somehow to do anything else, because you've got contracts and that kind of thing, that obligations that you have to meet. So those are some of the challenges. And then you have to manage personalities. Some bosses are nice, some are not, but you are employed. They are your superiors, so you've got to learn to manage your bosses and your peers, those that you work with. Sometimes you get personality crashes here and there, and then so those are some of the issues that you face.
Okay. So in today's Zambia, do you think an employment career, both of you, is worth pursuing?
I could have a first take on that. Where an opportunity, I think, presents itself, I would encourage that people go into employment, and here's the reason why. First of all, I think it develops the discipline.
Yes.
Okay. You've heard the doc here mention that you require discipline and sometimes sacrifices. She spoke of 20 hours. Yeah. So I think employment gives you that opportunity to develop the discipline. Secondly, I think because I told you that there are some people I was looking up to, there is a mentorship that takes place. You see what I mean? Now, through that, you begin to learn from those that have been through it, avoid the mistakes they've made. You see what I mean? So that you navigate properly as you are growing through the corporate ladder. And then depending on the organization you're working with, it gives you the know-how, so that should you decide to launch out like the doc has done, you will have gathered the necessary knowledge that you require to be able, because as she has said, business can be tough. You are depending on yourself. You see what I mean? With employment, we can say that you're operating in a stable environment. Everything is structured. Your salary at the end of the month is guaranteed. You see what I mean? Yeah. So I think employment tends to bring that discipline, which is very necessary when you launch out even into business. So where an opportunity is there, I'm emphasizing that, because I realize that sometimes it's not always that you have opportunities for people to find work. So we wouldn't want to get people frustrated out there. Yeah.
Very nice.
Yeah, no, just to add to what Victor was saying, I think that with the opportunities there, do it. But in our current situation economically, I think young people need to get to the point where they're thinking outside the box. Let's start thinking about what we can do in our economy, not out there, not coming up with our own schemes and things, we can actually create employment ourselves as
wait
the youth.
for it.
Yes. So let's actually say to ourselves, what's missing here that we see out there? What's missing? Let's bring it to Zambia. Let's try and do it. You know, there's so many things we're picking up from the Western world, which we can actually use and make a business of here. And I think the circumstances we're finding ourselves is pushing us to be entrepreneurs, and that's very, very important. But it's the type of entrepreneurs we're also bringing up. So I think with the work environment, it actually helps you become disciplined. You know what an organization is about. That when you branch off, you're able to actually set up a business and learn.
Yeah, you even have a mind of, you know how to handle a business.
Definitely.
Precisely.
Yeah.
Definitely.
You can't be raw, I think.
My manager always says success is a lonely path. So, do you have friends? At what time do you have to have a social life and family also? And also, work demands so much time from you, and business requires so
By
much
the time you're
time.
getting home, you're drained from the day.
So how do you manage? How do you do that? Because I don't want to be a lonely person. Like, I want to have friends.
Oh, you just balance is very important. But to achieve balance requires some sacrifices. I think that when you're starting a business, you do sacrifice a lot of your family time and friends. Friends, and I say this to your youth, they fall away when you begin to rise, because the ones who are drawn to you should push you up, but not bring you down. If you have friends who are bringing you down, pushing you down, they are not your friends. They were never meant to be. You cut them off, move along. I think that your family also tends to fall into line. There's a balance that falls in. You find time to actually, on a Saturday and Sunday, if you're off, find time with, your children, your husband, and things like that. But most importantly, they need to support your dream. If you're in business, they really need to support your vision and your dream and be very understanding. And believe me, when they see how much work you're putting in and the appreciation you actually get, recognition you get for it, they will fall in line.
I think I totally agree, because those are the same elements which pretty much applies when you are in employment. Also, when you are at school, it requires that you are focused. You see what I mean? So some friends, might want you to hang out, if we are addressing the youth. But that's the time that, for example, you want to study. You see what I mean? So it becomes a challenge to be able to manage your time. And in fact, that's a very critical element as well, which I think applies both in business or whether you're in employment. Time management is of essence. But again, you have to create a balance, because you have to reward yourself at the end of the day for the hard work and so on and so forth. So yes, some friends might even fall off, like she said. All right. Then there are those that begin to speak into your vision, those that begin to identify with your aspirations in life. Sometimes your peer will also, be inspired by what you're doing. So they begin to hang around you.
Yeah.
Somehow life just begins to to align itself in that way. So it is important for one to be focused. But also to be able to create a balance between employment, between business, so that at the end of the day, remember that family, those are important elements in one's life, because success either at work or in business, but failure at household level is not a very good thing. You see what I mean? So the challenge is that you must learn to balance.
Very nice. Wow, I've learned so much.
Yeah, so much. Okay, so what they've said, what would you go for, business or employment?
I'll go for both.
Okay.
I'll go for
Lovely.
both. I'll go for both. Well, let me not say it like that. How can I say this? Well, I'll still pursue my career, school. I'm doing business, business administration. So I'll still do that and still do business.
Good. Yeah.
Why not? I'll just have my paper there, in case of anything.
Backup
Plus, Plus, I would like to know. I wouldn't want to get into it knowing nothing.
Definitely.
Yeah.
Business,
Good point.
knowing nothing. I want to have an idea.
An idea,
Yeah.
Practice.
Okay.
So
Yeah, maybe even practice for a few years and then.
And go into
branch
business.
off.
Yeah, why not? If things are bad,
You move
back.
Yeah.
I have a fallback plan.
It's sometimes in an economy like ours, you will find that both are equally important. All right. entrepreneurship tends to become a buffer in moments when there is challenges in terms of uptake in employment. All right, so you have, I think she pointed to something circumstantial, entrepreneurs. Okay, that's where the thinking outside the box comes in. So it does happen that sometimes people can come straight from school and launch out. Okay, the failure success rate depends on how they manage themselves, but sometimes you find that opportunities for employment are there, and then as you are growing through the system, you begin, sometimes aspirations change as you begin to learn and so on and so forth. You discover, okay, I've learned how to be an engineer. If you're working for Zesco, for example, can't I start my own? And then that becomes entrepreneurship. You see what I mean? But you'll have learned something from there and launch out. You see what I mean?
I agree, because I'm finding that quite a number of people are actually working and at the same time doing business. We have ladies who are working in big organizations, but at the same time they're selling clothes, shoes. You know, you find they're doing, they on their time off, they probably travel to go and buy things, they come back, sell. You find there are those ladies who are making wigs, but at the same time she has a job. You know, it's amazing what the economic situation is actually turning.
And what it's causing people to do.
Yes, exactly.
It's breeding in innovation, actually.
Yes, it is.
Getting
It is.
innovative.
But it's up to us and the youth as well to capture on that innovation and that time. So, you know, doing both would be a great idea.
If you can manage it, why not?
Of course. And would like to encourage, especially the youth. I'm a firm believer that for our economy to grow in Zambia and to develop our country, it entirely lies on the shoulders of the Zambians themselves. No foreigner is going to build this country. If we have to develop our economy for it to expand, those of us perhaps who are in employment now might begin to thinking of launching out, because I believe right now she has employed people. You see what I mean?
Exactly.
I'm earning my pay, so it's just me for now. But under her, of course, there are 3, 4, 5 people, depending on her business model. Okay, so if also those learn the tricks of the trade from her, and hopefully they launch out, they will employ 2, 3, 4 people. So already you are seeing that it's bringing about growth. You see what I mean? So the more people they are employed, the more are earning incomes. Even the government has more people to tax, and then more money for the government to provide common goods and services like roads, hospitals, schools, and so on and so forth. So I would like to encourage youth to, if they're able to launch out there.
Let them, why not? Even salons. I've seen this so many times. You find hairdressers leave and open their own little salon,
So
and
really
they actually
very
doing well,
important.
you know.
Very, very important.
Yeah.
Very important. Also, working together. As he said, as a business owner, you need to be able to encourage the people that work for you to branch out, to do stuff. I'll give a very good example. My general manager, we've known each other for years. He is a successful entrepreneur on his own. He runs taxis. He's got a fleet of taxis that he runs. But I've learned so much even from him. He was in business before. But because we are working together, he's able to do so much. He's able to provide that service to my business, you know. And so he goes around and provides the service to other businesses. Some of my clients will still use his taxis, you know. But it's just that we need to be able to encourage each other. To actually, yes. You know.
And then maybe one thing I can also mention for those of us that are in employment, and then for those youths, okay, who have the opportunity to work, maybe even for an entrepreneur like her, I think honesty is very, very important. When my employers have entrusted me with stuff to do, I must put in my best to ensure it succeeds. Okay, learn from it, and at that point not to begin to believe that you see what I mean? Pilferages, because I know that's one of the major weaknesses. We need, as employees, to support the entrepreneurs and wait for our time to be able to launch off. You see what I mean? So I would like to emphasize this. Young people, when you have an opportunity, you are employed, be honest, put in your best, okay? Pilferage, no. Theft, No. All right, that's
Integrity
totally
is
out.
key.
Just map out your growth strategy through the corporate ladder, and if you want to become an entrepreneur at some point, feel free to ask the owners.
Yeah.
How does it work? All right. Nothing like today you have a private job. I'm saying this because these are things that I've seen.
Yes.
They do happen.
And they are destroying entrepreneurs. You see what I mean?
Yes,
Because
they
they've invested this money. You
Exactly.
see what I mean? They've invested their effort. So let's support them. When they succeed, we also succeed. When the time comes for us to launch out, we can easily face them and say, okay, now I want to do this. How do I go about it? You see what I mean? They will guide us. You see what I mean? So honesty and dedication is very important, whether you're working for an enterprise or whether you are working for the government. Because even there, it's important. That's taxpayers' money you're handling.
Yes.
Yeah.
Very true.
Nice. Mr. Victor, throughout the years, have you ever been fired before from work? Maybe.
Fortunately, no. I believe in honesty. Believe me, I handle a very important commodity and element in any organization, be it private or government, which is money. And then this is why I emphasized honesty. First of all, I've got professional ethics that I must subscribe to. Even if my supervisor has no idea about managing money, I should manage it like someone is watching me. You see what I mean? Be honest. Advise them when there is need to give them proper advice. As a result, I can safely say that throughout my 20 years, that hasn't been part of my file.
Okay.
Very nice. Very encouraging to the young ones.
Yes.
Just sheer dedication, you will grow up. No cutting corners. Huh? Young people.
Doable.
Yeah.
Okay, interesting. Thank you very much. I've learned so much. Now I have a button in my head, like I don't really know where to go. So I'll actually choose both, I think. Yeah. So thank you for coming through.
No, thank you.
Kill him when I drop my, I'm gonna kill him when I drop my 16 bears. 2 in 1, I'm Jason Nas, Mr. Nice Guy. On the beat, Chucky Chani. Musheni nanu lefi panga atishani. Yeah, Mr. Cabovelo Zoo AB. Simple flow, but it's tough, monga great Kali. Last time I checked once and then Chikali ni Patali. Which rapper my guy? Nichikali. I guess
Welcome to Levels.
Levels, people. And today on Levels we have Dr. Marcel. Like, she's a female and she owns this beautiful place.
Young female Zambian entrepreneur.
Imagine that. That's Levels on Levels, people. Like, this is a beautiful place. The swimming pool, my God.
So she owns these apartments, terrace apartments.
Exactly.
Amazing. High class apartments.
High end, like weekend, if you want to have a good time, you gotta be here.
Oh yes.
I mean, the TV is so relaxing.
Did you check out the prices? It's like over $6,000 a month.
That's the whole
dollars.
A month? That's Levels,
It's
people.
worth it.
Yeah,
This
that's-
place is amazing.
Exactly.
So we're gonna go show you around.
Go around.
So you can see just why we're so blown
Blown
away by
away.
this place.
kill him when I drop my, I'm gonna kill him when I drop my 16 bears. 2 in 1, I'm Jason Nas, Mr. Nice Guy. On the beat, Chucky Chani. Musheni nanu lefi panga atishani. Yeah, Mr. Cabovelo Zoo AB. Simple flow, but it's tough, monga great Kali. Last time I checked once and then Chikali ni Patali. Which rapper my guy? Nichikali. I guess I'm the only one in Lelo. Manjevela ni kuuzilepo iwelelo. Ni vambili na pitamo kutifike pano. Asemenenze inside, asemenenze Nga uli wawo, yo, I'ma lock the door. With my shotgun loaded, I'm about to blow. Explode with my 16 bars and all of yo. I messed a couple of LA.
Hey, 16 bars, and when I hit him with a punchline, this is guys. Hey, 16 bars, I'm gon' kill him when I drop this 16 bars. You win. 16 bars, I'm gon' kill him when I drop this 16 bars. Win. Hey, 16 bars, I'm gon' kill him when I drop this 16 bars.
What a show.
Wow, like, excellent. Man, I've learned so much.
Yeah, me too.
I've been waiting for a day where we talk about business, but I've also learned something from the employment
Side. Yeah, it was very nice having both very learned and successful people today on the show.
Exactly. So I hope you guys learned 1 or 2 things. And I learned that you gotta be honest in your business or employment, whatever you do, don't steal. Just wait your time and wake up the ranks. You'll get there one day.
You will get there. Just be
Yeah.
dedicated, be honest.
Exactly.
And she also talked about in today's Zambia, you know, you really just have to be unique.
Yeah.
Whatever you're going to
Offer
do.
something that people will want to buy from you. Yeah. Quality.
Quality.
Exactly. Yeah, so catch us next time right here on Spot On. I am Danny.
I'm Mwisa.
See you next time.